Hello guys and welcome back to Nate Sports Talk. Today we have another key Liverpool player speaking out against FSG and Diogo Jota. I'm honestly tired of this. How many times will it take key Liverpool members to speak out against FSG before change happens? Van Dijk said something last year. He called out the club. Jurgen Klopp said that he wanted his signings in before preseason, and now we only have one. Van Dijk spoke out again. Konate spoke out. And now Jota is speaking out. When will people finally realize that enough is enough and FSG just aren't good enough? They aren't good owners. They won't put in money into the club. And we need to be better. We need better owners. Otherwise, we'll be left behind by the Man Uniteds, the Chelseas, the Newcastles, cities. Because they're all state-owned and they have owners who are willing to spend money into the club to bring in the biggest and best players. Now that we got that out the way, let's get into the quote. Jota says, "You always need to refresh the squad with new players. That's what we've done, and if we stick together for a long time, things will get better." I agree with that. Let's break into the first sentence. You always need to refresh the squad with new players. 100%. We don't do that enough. It's down to FSG not wanting to refresh the squad. Can you blame Klopp? Yes, you can blame Klopp as well because he's a yes man. Unfortunately, as much as we love Klopp, one of his weaknesses is that he's a yes man. He wanted his players in for preseason. Before preseason, he didn't get it. Now he's like, well, they take time. These things, they take time. Whatever BS he says. We all know it's not true. We all know he wanted his players in before, and FSG are incapable of doing that because they don't care enough about the club. But I understand you can't speak out against your employers like that, otherwise you get fired. But I would like to see a little bit more tenacity from it because we do need new players. If we're going to finish top four, even have a chance at finishing top four, a team of what we had last year, minus 4 midfielders, with only one addition of Alexis McAllister, is not good enough. Like, the squad last season finished 5th. And we've lost players. And we bring in one player to replace the 4 players that we've lost. Where does that equal top 4 at? I can't see it. But I saw a tweet from a Liverpool fan saying, what stops this team from winning the Premier League? It was Nunez up top, Diaz on the left, Salah on the right, Thuram left center mid. I think it was Thiago centrally, and McAllister right center mid, with the same back 4 and Alisson, of course, in goal. What do you mean? Who's going to stop us? We're stopping ourselves from winning the Premier League. Am I the only one who sees this, or am I crazy? Because since when was Thuram and McAllister? I like those guys and I want them into our club, but when were they ceiling raisers to take a team that finished 5th, comfortably 5th, to Premier League champions? Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. But on to the second part, he says, that's what we've done, and if we stick together for a long time, things will get better. I 100% agree with that as well. But in order to do that, we have to get signings through the door. If we don't get signings through the door, we can stick together all we want to. If I have a recipe, if I'm told to make a cake, but I'm given everything but flour, eggs, and sugar to make this cake, I can't make a cake with leaves and sticks. It's not going to happen. The FSG are trying to give us leaves and sticks to make a cake, and it can't happen. It just can't happen. It makes no sense. It's honestly just disappointing because Liverpool fans have let this go on for far too long. FSG just aren't good enough, and FSG fanboys are running around screaming up to the hilltops how great FSG are and they have the self-sustaining model, but we're not in financial trouble. So why do we need a self-sustaining model if we're not in financial debt? It's not like we're Portsmouth or, you know, Schalke, some team that's in some huge financial debt that can't spend a lot because we don't have the money generated. But look at Barca. Hold on, look at Barca. Barca have no money. They just make up dollar bills. I don't know how they do it, but they write pieces of paper that say, "Hey, we'll pay you at some point," and give it to clubs, and they go out and get players. They get some of the best players too. Why can't we do that? Why can't we just make up dollar bills and throw them to people? But no, we have to sell Thiago in order to get Nico Barella because $50 million for Nico Barella is too expensive. I can't, man. I can't with this club. This club, I love this club to death, but sometimes it's an embarrassment by how divided our fans are and how deluded some of us are, because I get that we can't spend, or you don't want to spend $600 million like Chelsea because that's ridiculous, but you also can't spend $50 million and expect to win things. It's not going to happen. Like, we might win the odd Carabao Cup here or there, but realistically, who cares? A club of Liverpool stature is not here to win Carabao Cups. You can only rely on Klopp's magic so many times. You're only going to be able to get a Sadio Mane, a Mo Salah once. You're not going to be able to produce these guys every chance you get. Even a club like Brighton, they're not turning out Mo Salahs and Sadio Manes every single chance. Yeah, they'll produce some decent to good Premier League players, but we got lucky with the first core group of players that we got. It's impossible to get the Mo Salahs, the Sadio Manes, the Bobby Firminos, the Jordan Hendersons, those kinds of guys on cut rate budgets. You don't do that anymore. That's not how football is anymore. And people just can't understand that that's not how this works. But the players, they fully understand. That's why they're coming out and saying that this is ridiculous. We need more signings, blah, blah, blah. Because if we don't sign new players, if we don't spend money, you don't win games. Plain and simple. Liverpool in the old days, we spent money. Why do we keep acting like we didn't spend money back in the day? It just doesn't look like a lot because $2 million then doesn't equal $2 million now. $2 million then was probably like 10, 15 million. Like, inflation counts. So, we spent money. I'm tired of this. We're Liverpool. We never spent money. We're a fairy tale club. We're not freaking Leicester. We're not Leicester City. So, we're not a fairy tale club. We're the biggest club in England. Act like it. Spend money like it. Yeah. think I'm going to finish this one because I could keep going on and on. I don't want to keep you guys here all day. But I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I was kind of a little bit all over the place because when I speak about Liverpool, I speak from my heart. And usually I write down notes for these, but when I speak about Liverpool, I just go in and rant because they're my club. I love this club to death, just like you guys do. And I know I call out FSG fanboys a lot and Top Reds, but I know we all are trying to get to the same place. We all want this. We're all here for the betterment of Liverpool. We just have different ways of seeing it. But if you haven't, go check out some of my other videos. I would greatly appreciate it. If you could like, comment, subscribe, share, even just watch the video, I would greatly appreciate it. All those mean a lot to me, and sorry I haven't been able to upload in the last couple days. I've been real busy. I do goalkeeper trainings. I train little kids for goalkeeper sessions. Excuse me. Have an internship with the soccer team, and I work. So it's been really busy, but I will try to keep it regular. I like to try and post, every day. If that's not possible, then every other day. I don't like to skip a bunch of days. But thank you guys again. Thank you so much, and see you guys in the next one.